What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. First off, I want to say happy Father's Day, guys, to all the dads out there. And for those who still have dads in their lives, make sure you wish them a happy Father's Day. Hopefully these men have shaped you to who you are as good people, and they deserve a little bit of your love. So make sure you go show them some love. All right, now, secondly, I want to talk about two things in this video. Number one, let's just go through the simple stuff. The content creator program, guys. Just so everybody is aware, currently, if you did not extend, and many of you unfortunately did not extend, you will not be able to get yourself into the content creator program for the rest of the season, which is only a couple days left. The new season 10 starts on the 18th, which is Wednesday, probably Tuesday night for us. So I'll be reminding you guys to support then. Make sure you do support, because coming in on its way is going to be 2,000 Essence Stones for all existing supporters and new supporters when you start season 10. And I'll say a big shout out to my top 10, of course: Jsto, Ren, Connor, Cap, Sod, DG, 364, 482, Lucy, and Bon, and everyone else who's been supporting, and all those who did extend all the way down to, I think we had 9,200-ish supporters this season. So thank you again, guys, for making me your content creator of choice. And also, hopefully see you guys in season 10, where I can get you guys a lot more codes, starting with an extra 2,000 Essence Stones. Speaking of 2,000 Essence Stones, we got ourselves that in the mail. So make sure when you log in, guys, you get yourself that 2,000 Essence Stones accepted, and that's another 500k gold. That's pretty generous, actually, from the dev. So I'm really happy to see that they're still providing us this kind of these kind of rewards coming through. Now, speaking of Essence Stones, you guys know, obviously, Essence Stones wise, you're going to be using it towards summoning for most of you. For whales, and this is my whale account, of course, I'll be using it for things like, fusions and stuff like that. But there is a character, obviously, right here, you're looking at her, that is Cha, that will be coming to the actual custom banner. So a lot of free-to-play players have been asking me, hey Payne, what do I do with my black tickets? Do I save up for Cha, or do I go for Leonard? Obviously, for Leonard right now, you don't have to worry about going for him. He's using the rate up tickets, but I do want to do a comparison between the two characters and kind of give you my take on how both of them work. So first off, let's start off with Leonard, since he is actually in the draw section, right? Now, Leonard right now is the best wind DPS, as Cha is the best water DPS, right? They both are very similar in regards to the fact that they run defensive specs. So you're gonna have that, but where that's really where the similarities end. Everything else about them is completely different, right? So what he brings to the table versus what Cha brings to the table, and what do you want to focus on, especially if to choose one or the other. So for Leonard, he can pretty much finish everything that Cha can finish. All right, he has all the same abilities in terms of getting content complete. Where he does shine a lot is he shines in Guild Boss currently. The current Guild Boss is pretty much built for him. And the reason why is he has so much AoE that he does, with all the ads that are in the Ant Queen, with all the extra moves that he does, with the fact that the Ant Queen really doesn't move too much. She pretty much stands still in one spot, unlike Fakna, who likes to move around the screen. It's almost a dream come true for Leonard to do the most amount of damage. And you guys can check out a lot of other people's videos, including mine, where we've shown you the amount of damage he does when it comes down to actually going through the Guild Boss. Now, doesn't mean Cha is slacking in that regard. It doesn't mean she's been power crept. I know some people are laughing and saying, well, Cha's been power crept. That's actually not necessarily true. In Guild Boss, this one specifically is built for him. Okay, so he does do really well here. And the way you want to build him for Guild Boss is, of course, you want to build him using your full Infamy set. Now, Infamy is actually not a very good choice for him overall when it comes down to PvE content, when it's like story modes or WOBL. You actually want to avoid that. And the way you want to build him is you want to do Iron Will, and then you want to put Obsidian, especially at A3 and up, right? That seems to work the best from all my testing. This set, though, right here, just due to all the bonuses you get and damage increase that you can put into them, and also the fact that he just has so much power from the APs with the 40% extra damage, and the MP increase, or the recovery here, he almost never runs out of MP, and he constantly just spams ultimates, right? So he is going to be fantastic for Guild Boss, and he will actually outshine Cha in that regard when it comes down to specifically that content. Now, POD, I'm finding they're very close to one another. I still do better with my Cha, but I find that my Cha is just a little bit better geared than him, right? So that's the reason why. Now, in terms of gear, speaking of which, you use this, and as I mentioned, Iron Will and Obsidian. Now with Cha, it's a little bit different. The ultimate one, Iron Will, doesn't work really well for her at all. So what you ideally want to do in shorter fights for her is you want to go Infamy set and Obsidian, or for longer fights you want to do Curse and Obsidian, depending which one gives you the better stats, right? So that's gonna matter the most. You see, this is 42k, he's got 42k. So in that regards, they're very similar. But when it comes down to like POD and stuff, you want to gear them the same. Full Infamy set for him, full Infamy set for her. So they all get the same power. So in terms of POD, they both, in my opinion, shine really well. He does do a little bit better for breaking, only because his AoE does cover the whole screen sometimes, especially when he's casting it in the middle, and you can't actually break both arms with him. So POD wise, I'd say they're very similar. Now, where Cha shines in comparison to him is mostly for solo content like WOBL, right? So for any WOBLs, especially this one specifically, she does much better than he does. Now, the numbers need to be redone a little bit, only because he was bugged. If you guys didn't know about this, Leonard was not buffed. Just I know everyone's using the word buffed. He was bugged, and he's now been fixed, right? He's actually working as intended, so he's actually come out to be a little bit better than before. Now, if you don't know what the bug was, he wasn't actually getting the buffs where Leonard, right here, so certain buffs was from specific hunters. He actually wasn't getting the buffs from Hansi Mei. He wasn't getting the buff from Goto, from the A3 buff, right? So this now is fixed, so he's actually doing a lot more damage. And on top of that, Leonard's advancement tier 3 effects, only the Fenrisen skill shown as abnormal increase of the number of hits, making it appear as though the damage is reduced. So this was also a problem. Now that's been fixed, the actual skill does the right amount of damage, and it does go up progressively rather than go down. So now that Leonard has these two things fixed, it's actually a lot closer than before. Now, is he better than Cha? Honestly, I don't think he's better. I think they're very similar. I do think he strives in some content a lot better than she does, and I think she does a lot better in some other content. Now, I will say this. I do think Cha's biggest advantage realistically is the fact that Mei Lin is a better support unit for Cha, while Hansi Mi is almost kind of like a ghetto support for Leonard. So I think maybe with the new units that are coming out, the collab units specifically, especially the wind one, she's either scheduled to be a DPS or a support. So if she ends up being a really good support, you may see Leonard actually do better than Cha overall. And that's kind of sad to say that, because you obviously won your anniversary unit, right? So keep that in mind. Also, I do find Soren to be a better complement to Cha as well too, than Goto being a complement to Leonard. So Goto's more, I would say, more of a universal breaker to some extent because of his A3 buff of damage increase on the 3rd position. But with Soren, she obviously provides defense up. She provides water damage more water damage on the opponent due to the debuff she offers. So there's a little bit more, I think, of a better team overall with him versus her, right? So keep that in mind as well too. Now, the other thing to also remember is the fact that Leonard right now is a rate up ticket, right? So you can go for him right now if you want to and get him. Is he worth it? I think he's actually really good. I think he's absolutely worth it, especially if you're trying to build a win team. I don't think you should have a win team without him. And I know originally the results that came in from some other folks were that he wasn't very good, but he's actually really good. So I would highly recommend, if you plan to build a proper win team, he should be your main focus, not Mirai. I know a lot of people are like, hey, I invested in Mirai, I don't want to invest in him. That shouldn't be the case. You should absolutely invest in him as well too, if you want to build the proper win team. Now, if you want to go water team, of course, then what you want to start doing is you want to start saving your black tickets, right? So when she does drop next patch, you're able to summon for Cha and get her. Yes, she is the anniversary unit. She has been buffed. That's actually a real buff. Is she as good as the anniversary unit should be? Not necessarily, but is she broken? Yeah, she's pretty damn broken still. So between the two of them, I would say honestly, guys, fairly equal. He does do better in some POD instances. He does do better in some GB instances. They complement each other really well, though, in the same teams. So if you run them like wind team and water team, they will both do extremely well. But where I think she does shine is she's just got a better support, better breaker, and she's much better in WOBL. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you need to refer back to, you know, the artifacts, the cores, and all that stuff, I've got separate videos and all that for both of them. You can go check that out individually. But outside of that, guys, happy Father's Day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.